So a block of mass m 2 kg is given a push horizontally, and then block starts sliding over a horizontal plane. The graph shows the velocity time graph. Velocity and time graph. Time is on x-axis and velocity is on y-axis. And this graph will tell you how the velocity is decreasing with the time. Then what is the coefficient of friction between the plane and block? So something like this. On a rough horizontal surface, it's a rough horizontal surface. Okay, it's a rough horizontal surface. On that, the block is given velocity. What is the initial velocity? At time equal 0, what is the velocity? 8 meter per second. It is projected with 8 meter per second and left. Then velocity of the block is becoming 0. Velocity will be 0. At time is equal to what second? At time is equal to 4 seconds. At time is equal to 0, it is projected. Then we have to find out the coefficient of friction. No other force are acting. So what is the retarding force here? Only friction. So as the friction is the retarding force, friction will act in backward direction. And what the friction value is equal to? Mu into normal reaction. So friction is equal to mu into mg. Normal reaction will be mg. Vertically also no other force are acting. So under that condition, what is the retardation I can write down? I can write down that retardation is equal to force by mass, because only one force is retarding the motion. Friction is only opposing the motion. So that's why friction force by mass will give you acceleration. So then what is the acceleration value I can write down? Friction force is mu mg by m. Okay na? So m will cancel out. And what the acceleration value is equal to? Acceleration value is equal to mu into g. I mean negative acceleration, you can say retardation. So I know final velocity, I know initial velocity, and I know time taken for this journey also. And retardation is constant retardation. So whenever acceleration or retardation is constant, we can apply the kinematic equations. So V is equal to U plus AT I can write down. V is equal to U plus AT. What is the V value is equal to? V value is equal to 0. Final velocity is 0. What is the initial velocity? Initial velocity is 8 minus what the retardation is? Mu into G multiplied with time value is 4 seconds. That's it, nothing else. So take the minus mu G into 4 on this side. 4 mu G is equal to 8. Then mu G is equal to 2. G value 10 if I am taking, then it is 2 by G, which is 2 by 10. 0.2 is the mu value. Force is acting at some angle. Force is acting at an angle 37. So then make components. What the one component is 100 cos 37. Okay, 100 cos 37. The other one is what? 100 sin 37. Okay, so these are the forces. What the horizontal force is? 100 cos 37. Cos 37, it is 4 by 5. So we'll get 18 Newton. So 18 Newton force will try to move the block. Whereas what is the other force acting downward? 100 into sin 37, which is 3 by 5, which will give you 16 Newton. So 16 Newton is acting downward. So actually given thing is something like this. If I am taking, this is the block of 10 kg, this is the block of 10 kg, then weight 10 into G will act downward. Not only weight, this component, vertical component, 16 Newton is acting downward. 16 Newton is acting downward. And what is the horizontal force acting? 18 Newton is acting forward. Okay, na? 18 Newton is acting forward. Then how the friction will act? So 18 Newton will try to move the block. Then friction will act in backward direction. Okay, so friction will oppose it. Friction will oppose it. Now we require the angle of friction. Angle of friction is nothing but what? Tan inverse coefficient of friction. Angle of friction, do you remember? Angle between the contact force or angle made by the contact force with the vertical is called as angle of friction. Okay, na? So now see, block does not slide. So that is the maximum force actually. Or else you can say anything, no problem. So this is 60 and this is how much? This is 60 and this is 100. Am I right? 10 G is 100 Newton and this is the normal reaction. Normal reaction is this. Then what is the total normal reaction value acting on the block now? So if I am taking the block, the normal reaction acting on the block is, how much I can write down? 160 Newton. This is 100 and this is 60. Total will be 160. Yes. And what is the friction force acting? Friction force acting is 80. frictional force is 80, normal reaction is 160, then how the contact force will act? This is the contact force. See, block is not sliding, but this is blockage at rest they have given. Blockage at rest means this force is not maximum, we don't know whether it is maximum static friction or not. It's a static friction. Then what is the angle of contact here? That angle of contact I am writing as theta. Then what is the tan theta value I can write down? Tan theta value I can write down that F by normal reaction. Am I right? Tan theta is equal to F by normal reaction. Or else we can write down C cos theta is equal to N, C sin theta is equal to F. Do you remember? C cos theta is equal to N, C sin theta is equal to F. Now divide these two, then you will get tan theta. Tan theta is equal to F by N. What is the F value is equal to 80 Newton. Normal reaction is 160. So this value is 1 by 2. Then theta is equal to tan inverse 1 by 2. Okay, na? This is the angle of contact. So then what is the X value? X value should be equal to 2. Okay, block is moving on an inclined plane, making an angle of 45 degree with the horizontal surface. Coefficient of friction has given mu. The force required to push up the inclined plane is 3 times the force required to prevent it from sliding down. Okay, na? So then we define N is equal to 10 times of mu. What is the value of N they are asking? Value of N is required. Okay, so on the inclined plane, first see the terminology. The force required to push up the object on the inclined plane. So I am keeping the object of mass M. Okay, na? Coefficient of friction is mu, let us say. Then we want to push it up on the inclined plane. What is the force is? Force is F1, let us say. F1 is the force. F1 is the force with which we try to push the block upward direction. Then what are the force acting on the block? Obviously we know that mg sin theta will act downward, theta value we write down later. Mg sin theta always acting down the inclined plane. Normal reaction will be equal to mg cos theta. Normal reaction is equal to what? Mg cos theta. Okay, na? So vertically cancel out. So as we want to try to push it up, okay, so then how the friction will act? Friction will act down the inclined plane. We want to push up the block, no? So then friction will act down the inclined plane. Then what is the friction force value? Friction force value is equal to mu into normal reaction, where mu into mg cos theta. That is the friction. Friction force acting downward. Mg sin theta is also acting downward. But still we want to push it up on the inclined plane. Then what is the force required? F1 value. F1 value I can write down. F1 value is equal to mg sin theta plus friction. No? Mg sin theta is acting downward. Friction is also acting downward. So to want to move the block up the inclined plane, how much force is required? The force should be more than or equal to. Equal means it will be at rest, and if it is little more, it will move forward. F1 is little more than, okay, I say that F1 is little more than mg sin theta plus F. Mg sin theta and F both will act downward. Then what is the F1 value I can write down? F1 value I can write down mg sin theta plus F value. What is the F value is equal to mu mg cos theta. Then F1 is equal to mg into sin theta plus mu cos theta. This is the F1 value. So this is the force required to move up the object. Whereas in the second case, this is 3 times of force required to prevent it from sliding down. Force required to prevent it from sliding down. What does it mean? It means, suppose if I am keeping a block of mass m, theta is 45 as given, then what is the force acting? Mg sin theta will act downward. Always mg sin theta will act downward direction only. Now if I release the block, then what will happen? Block will slide down. Block will slide down. That only they are saying force is required to prevent it from sliding down. Means block will slide down. So as block is sliding down, how the friction will act? Friction will act upward. Okay, na? So what the friction value is equal to? Mu mg cos theta. That is the friction force value. Friction will act upward, mg sin theta will act downward. Mg sin theta is more than mu mg cos theta. Friction. Then block will slide down. But we want to prevent it from sliding. Prevent it means we have to apply the force. We have to apply the force such a way that it should not fall down. It should not slide down. All of you okay? Have done in the similar manner. We are applying the F2, which is unbalanced force. Mg sin theta is more than mu mg cos theta. Now I am applying the force upward so that F2 and small f, friction, both will balance the mg sin theta. Then there will be no sliding down. We are preventing the block from sliding down. We are applying the force in such a way that it is stop sliding down. Getting my point? Then in this case, how to write down the F2 value? How to write down the F2 value? I can write down something like this. Mg sin theta is equal to F2 plus, can I write mu mg cos theta, friction? Downward force are equal to upward forces. Then only it will be prevented. So then what is the F2 value I can write down? F2 value is equal to mg into sin theta minus mu cos theta I can write down. Take the mu mg cos theta on this side. It will be minus mu mg cos theta. Then if I remove the mg, or if you take the common mg, then sin theta minus mu cos theta will be the force. See, this is less force because we are just preventing from sliding. But this will be more force. What is F1 value? F1 will be more force. Why? Because we want to push the block up the inclined plane. So it requires more efforts. It requires less efforts. So this is obviously paining. Going against to the natural phenomena is obviously requires more efforts. Yeah. So in the question what is given? In the question 3 times has given. F1 is 3 times of F2. Okay. F1 is 3 times of F2. See once. F1 is 3 times of F2. Then I can write down mg into sin theta plus mu cos theta is equal to 3 times of F2, 3 times of mg into sin theta minus mu cos theta. Okay, na? So then mg will cancel out. Mg will cancel out. Then what is the simplification? Sin theta plus mu cos theta is equal to 3 sin theta minus 3 mu cos theta. Okay, we require the mu value only. Sin theta on that side, 3 mu cos theta on this side, then it is 4 mu cos theta is equal to 2 sin theta. Then you can write down what? Mu is equal to 1 by 2 tan theta. Tan theta is 1 because theta is 45. So simply mu value is 1 by 2. Then 10 into mu will be the 5. Okay, na? 5 will be the answer. Very good. Minimum value of P. What are the force acting on this block? Weight will act vertically downward. Am I right? Weight will act vertically downward. So what is the weight value is equal to? Weight value is equal to 100 newtons because 10 kg. 10 into G, 10 into 10, 100. P is acting in this way, and how the normal reaction will act? Normal reaction will act in this way. Okay, na? So normal reaction is acting in this way, weight is acting in this direction. So weight and normal reaction are, so obviously as we are pressing perpendicular to that, this block will slide along the incline. Am I right? So that's why we need to make components. Then if I am making a line over here, what is this angle? With the vertical. With the vertical, how much angle it will make? It will make 53 degree. All of you okay now? 53 this is because this is 37. If you extend this line, how much angle you will get? 90. So remaining angle will be 53. Total angle should be 180. Okay. Then I can write down the component. What the component is? W cos 53, and other component is W sin 53. All of you okay? The forces I will draw again here so that you will understand better. This is the plane and this is the block. 10 kg block. What are the force acting? So P is the force acting on the block. Okay. So normal reaction will act. Normal reaction will act in this way. This is the normal reaction, and 2 more forces are acting. One is how much? Weight cos 53 is nothing but how much? This value you can find out. 100 into cos 53. Cos 53 is 3 by 5. Am I right? Yeah. Has to decrease. 53 is 3 by 5, which is 60 Newton. Okay, na? And then other component is this, which is equal to how much? W sine 53. Weight is how much? Weight is 100. Sine 53 is 4 by 5, which is 80 Newton. Okay, na? 80 will act in this way, 60 will act in this way. So because of 60, the block will try to move in this direction. Then how the friction will act? Friction will act upward sense. Friction will act upward sense. And what do you have to find out? We have to find out the minimum value of mu. I mean, mu value got, minimum value of P we require. So I can write down friction is mu into normal reaction. Friction is mu into normal reaction. So then what is the friction value is equal to mu into normal reaction. How to find out the normal reaction? Now vertically you balance the forces. So P is acting upward sense. N and 80 are acting in the downward sense. So I can write down P is equal to N plus 80. Then N value is equal to P minus 80. Okay, na? So then what is the friction value is equal to? Mu into P minus 80. This is the friction. So block does not slide. When block does not slide, whenever this force, which is 60 Newton, will try to move the block, will try to make the block to slide on the inclined plane, this value should be less than or equal to this. So this mu value I am taking as mu s, limiting friction. Okay. Then Fs should be more than or equal to, what I can write down? I can write down 60. Whenever Fs is more than or equal to 60, then there is no sliding. Block does not slide. I told you, according to situation, you have to take the mu condition. You have taken the mu value as mu s. If it is sliding, then mu value 0.5 you can take it as mu k. Okay, na? So that you have to manage in the question. Then what is the Fs value is equal to? Mu into P minus 80 greater than or equal to 60. And what is the mu value is equal to? 1 by 2, 0.5, which is nothing but 1 by 2. P minus 80 greater than or equal to 60. Then P minus 80 greater than or equal to 120. So P should be greater than or equal to 200 Newton. So then what is the minimum value of P is? P is greater than or equal to 200 Newton means minimum value of P is 200 Newton. As I told you, see, this is X and Y and this is Z. So what is the Z component is 20. So that means along the Z 20 Newton force will act along the Z axis. Along the X axis 6, along the Y axis 8. Along the X axis 6 and along the Y axis is 8. Okay, na? So same thing I am drawing, okay, in different way. If you look from the top, okay, na? If you are looking from the top, then how the block will be seen? The block will be seen something like this. This is the block. And what are the X and Y axis? This is the X axis, let us say, and this is the Y axis. In the XY plane only it can move. We are looking from the top. As I told the previous example, something like this. I am keeping the mouse. So imagine like a mouse is a block. Then I am looking from the top. Then this is X axis and this is Y axis and this is Z. Z is upward, vertical upward. I am looking from the top. Okay. So as you are looking from the top, then 20 Newton is coming up. Then wait, mg will act downward direction. Are you getting my point? 20 will come up, mg will act downward direction, even normal reaction also come up. And this is X and this is Y. So all of you think or imagine in such a way that you are looking from the top. You are observing the block from the top. Okay. So then how the 20 Newton? 20 Newton is coming out of the block. 20 Newton is coming out of the block. Even normal reaction also will act in this way. And mg will act downward. Okay, na? So mg will act into the plane and normal reaction will act out of the plane. 20 also out of the plane. Okay, na? Out of the plane means like this. 20 and normal reaction are in the same direction. Mg will act opposite direction. Mg will act vertically downward. And we are looking from the top. As you are looking from the top, these two forces appear to come out and mg will appear to go inside. 20 and normal reaction appear to come out and mg will go inside. So z axis will be out of the board. Positive z. Negative z will be into the board. All of you okay? So then what is the mass of the object is 5 kg. Then what is the mg value will become 50 Newton. So that we can find out the normal reaction. What is the normal reaction value I can say? I can write down that n plus 20 should be equal to mg value 50. Then n value is how much? 30 Newton. This is the normal reaction. Okay. And what are the force acting along the x-axis and y-axis? Along the x-axis, what is the force acting? 6. Along the y, how much? 8. Then what are the resultant forces? Resultant force is 10. 8 and 6, which are perpendicular. Then what is the net force is equal to? Net force is equal to root of 6 square plus 8 square. So we'll give you net force is 10. Net force value 10, okay? Because 8 and 6 both components are perpendicular to each other. And z component will affect the normal reaction. And these xy components will try to move the block. Okay, na? So normal reaction is 30. Then what is the static friction? Or limiting friction, maximum value of static. What is the mu value is given? 0.4. Mu value is 0.4. So I can write down mu into normal reaction. 0.4 into normal reaction is 30. Then what is the static friction or limiting friction is 12 Newton. Okay, now maximum value of static or maximum value of limiting is 12 Newton. But what is the applied force is? Applied force is only 10 Newton. All of you understanding this? Now tell me, block will slide or not? Applied force is 10, but maximum value of static friction is 12 Newton. So block will be at rest or sliding. So block will be at rest. Block does not slide. So if this is the block, okay, and this is the x-axis, and this is the y-axis, okay, na? And what is the applied force is? Net force is 10 Newton. This is the net force. This component is 6 Newton. This component is 8 Newton. And normal reaction is how much? Normal reaction is 30. I am not writing that. Okay. So see, this is the normal reaction 30, and maximum value of static friction is 12 Newton. So which is more than applied force. Then block will be at rest. As block is at rest, what is the frictional force also will act? Friction also will act opposite to the applied force. Okay, na? Static friction will be equal to how much? 10 Newton. So block will be at rest. Okay, this is the static friction. So let me change into limiting friction. Okay, so that no confusion. Here limiting friction is more than applied force. Limiting friction is more than applied force. Block does not move. So A option is wrong. So now see, this is the friction force acting, right? So what is the angle it is making? This is the frictional force. What angle it will make with the positive x-axis? This angle we require. This angle. How to find out this angle value? For that we can go with this angle. Let us say this is alpha. Then what the tan alpha value is equal to? Tan alpha is equal to 8 by 6. You can construct a parallelogram. 8, 6, resultant is 10. So alpha value will be 53. So tan alpha is 4 by 3. So alpha is 53 obviously, right? Okay, na? So if it is 53, what is the remaining angle? So C will be correct answer. What about D option? So on the cube, what are the force acting? Friction force is how much? Friction force is 10. And what is the normal reaction is 30. Okay. Contact force is the resultant of friction and normal reaction. This we know already. So root of F square, 10 square plus 30 square. Okay, so contact force is the resultant of friction and normal reaction. We got the friction force value. We know the normal reaction. Both we know, right? Normal reaction is 30, we know. And friction force is 10. So then resultant will be 10 root 10. So option D also will be correct. So the correct answers are B, C, D. Those are the correct answers.